This is a mini lesson analysis on Marth versus DK. Okay, so the range that you're standing at versus DK is just like you're not close enough at all to really threaten anything. Or like you're not close enough at all for DK to even hit you. So um one thing to kind of generate threats while also staying safe at the same time is that you could always do a retreating aerial. Like you could dash forward, retreating rising fair. And that would generally be pretty much all of DK's bears. So like, you could have dash forward here and then retreating rising fair, and like there's actually no way you could get hit. So, and also you could just dash dance grab too. Like if they do a high bear, that's pretty easy to react with like a standard dash dance grab. So those are like your two like pretty decent value option that you can always go for against DK, and rather than just standing here, because like if you never interact with this DK, then they're just gonna charge their punch, and then you just ate 24%. And now you're panicking because like you just got punched, you're like you just got concussion, and now you have no idea how to play around that nair, and then you just only shielded there. Not a great side B. Generally, you want to avoid side Bing if you can. Like, it would have been much better to like, because like side B gives him a confirmation to just up air you. So if you instead just like took the risk to waveland instead, I think that's just higher value rather than going for this side B. That side B was fine because like that was the only way DK could hit you. Also, yeah, you gotta be a little bit more familiar with DK's tech roll. Like, you need to either short hop back or dash in, short hop in place there to get the actual tipper. Also, you're playing a dangerous game with that jab. There's also never really a reason to like go for this kind of nair because like it's a little awkward. It it's just like a risk that I don't think you ever really need to take against DK. Like, and I think you could have just done like retreating fair or dash dance, and it is way safer for like the same value that Nair would give you. And also, I don't think there's ever a reason to go for that Nair first of all, and also this rising fair. There's almost never really a reason why you should rising fair. Again, like the two go-tos that I think is really good against DK is to just dash dance grab or to retreating rising fair. I don't think it's really not that much more complicated than that. And the way how you lose against DK is if you start going for nonsense like that, where I think you took a pretty big risk with that short hop or that shield grab. Yeah, you see how like as long as you just like stay outside of like this range, I think you could have done better than forward smash, obviously, but like it's not like you'll ever get like pretty big follow-ups that DK can with like his up airs and his punch, but like you have a lot of free positions where you just take like the 5% and then you're happy with it because you essentially risked nothing going for that. Whereas how did you even get hit here? Yeah, like you just did like a bad up tilt that was just not safe on a side platform. And this is how DK can win against you. Is that you make mistakes like that tourney winner, you go for bad up tilts, you go for bad nairs, you go for bad forward smashes. Like, you see how you up tilted unsafely again on the side platform when you should probably like naired underneath him. Also, you're not playing around his punch at all, which is, and when he has a punch, at least try to play around it. Those are like how DK can essentially beat you, is going for like risks that you don't need to take against him. And that's generally, to be completely honest, that's just how like the bad characters, when I say bad characters, I mean like characters below like ice climbers, I want to say. That's just generally how they win against Marth, is that they just need to rely on Marth making like a pretty big mistake or like a really bad gamble. You see, like what could DK, that you could have like done this better obviously, but what the hell is DK supposed to do against this if you do like a rising fair here, right? Like obviously you could have done that better, and also like you could have defended yourself by holding shield. High bear on Marth's shield with DK's bear is not safe on shield. You could always shield grab down reaction. So, it's like, what can really DK do about that? But then, when you are in bad positions like this, and then like the way how you play this bad position is by shield grabbing. Okay, yeah, that's how DK can win against you. But assuming you play the proper positions, yeah, it's low value. Yeah, you're not gonna like get much, but it's still positive, right? Like, these kind of matchups is like a test of Marth of like how good are you just constantly betting 2 cents for 5 cents while trying not to bet $1 for 5 cents, because a DK is just a prime example of that, where like, are you okay with taking low value positions, and also are you not gonna take positions where you're betting $1 for like maybe 15 cents, that's like what these kind of matchups really test for Marth. And that's why Marth wins against characters like these, but it's not like easy, like down to a fair kind of thing like she can do. But Marth still can very much oppress these characters if you play these positions right. And right now, the way how you're playing a lot of these positions is either like lack of knowledge, like I see you get hit by like, stuff like this a lot. Get up attack on ledge, like taking needless gambles from that nair. I don't think you needed to do that. And the up B was correct. The up air is correct. Yeah, it's not gonna kill DK immediately, but eventually it will lead to stuff like that, the up tilt that will kill them. Eventually, like the big high reward stuff will come, from the data collection you naturally get. It's just that, try not to make big like needless gambles like that forward smash, for example. Like you did not need to do that. But this pivot grab is fine. The dare is great. Okay, you miss a tech chase, that's fine. Shield grab is fine. Play around this, get up attack better next time. That forward smash is not fine. You did like 5 correct things, but you slipped up on one thing, and now DK could kill you for that. And also going a little bit too hard with this juggle, like, this full hop double jump is generally not a good idea because like DK is very close to you. Could have shield grabbed that. But yeah, it's like, it's constantly, that's just how Marth works against the bad characters, is that you just have to accept these low value positions and also try not to mess up as much as possible. And DK should never get stuff like that, So yeah, that's just how Marth works and against those kind of characters. Just constantly be okay with low value positions, and do not give them high reward stuff for free.